Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacts Show. I'm your host, Wafiq, or Feek, with my co-host, mother host.
It's your boy Day to Day in the building. And we're back. Yes, we're back off the hiatus. Episode 119. We got another one for y'all. And before we get into the topics, because it's going to be a jam-packed show, there's a lot of things that came out from our last meeting with you guys. Before that, we just want to say thank you to everyone that has continued to support us, continue to ride for us. We're at 96 subscribers, y'all. 96. That's 4 away from 100. We're trying to push for that 100, so make sure we're right there, y'all. We think we can get there at the end of the week. We think we get there by tomorrow at the time of this recording. So if you just please just continue. We just thankful to everyone that has supported, thankful to everyone that has subscribed, continue to engage in all the TikToks, all the Reels, even our edits that are made by none other truly than co-host Wafiq right here on the TRS Films TikTok page. If you see any of those, that is his making, his doing. So please, that's engagement is our engagement as well. So we just appreciative of everyone engaged in that. But let me not overtalk it. Earlier this month, there was the big DreamCon.
Yes, sir.
I unfortunately was not able to go to.
That boy locked up. They can't let him out.
Not even no more, because I thought I had to work that weekend. I ended up not, but I was very sick that weekend.
Oh yeah, keep that in the other city.
Yeah, so it would have been. It just was a series of unfortunate events, and just like timing wise, I would have only been there for one day. Yeah, so I needed that rest. But Fee, please tell us about your experience at DreamCon. We've seen some of it through the TikToks and IG reels you posted. What did we not see? And
what did y'all not see? So, DreamCon, very good. I would still say my favorite DreamCon is 2024. I think that's what the first time I was in Austin, or second time. That was crazy. That's when we had the priest outfits on. I think it's just because we had the priest outfits on, and it was and I tell y'all, we stood in one area for almost like 3 hours for people taking pictures. That was funny. But
that was because I went to the first one. Mm-hmm. The first time it was in Austin. I was in 23. The second time was in 24. So
yeah. But it was a great event. Got to meet a lot of people. Talked to Straw Hat Goofy, the movie guy. Posted that reel that went a little viral. Some of them takes on there was crazy about movies you need to watch. Some people were saying some outlandish things, but very good conversation with a lot of creators and people I met. I would say it was good. I will say, and people have already talked about it a lot, them in real life streamers, it's a lot of them. Goodness gracious, boy. It is a lot of people with that phone, a little tripod. It was a lot of them. And I mean, get it how you can. So I'll say that, but they need a space out there. Not all of them, but some of them do be in the way. But also we was working press so me and Sage were working press. Shout out to I know he changed his name all the time, Ronan Sage. My boy. So we were able to actually interview the voice actor for Cloak from Marvel Rivals. So Cloak and Dagger, their character in Marvel Rivals. Got to chop it up with him. He actually gave us a card. Let me see if I could show it.
That is damn. That's hard.
He gave us a little card with all his ads and everything. Chopped it up with him. Real cool guy. The keychain is behind my desk, but also gave us a keychain as well. So that interview is going to be up within about a week or two. I just need to sit down and edit it. But really good vibes. Overall, great experience. Can't lie. Next one, though, I don't know about working press. I think it's time to have a panel. It's time to have a panel, or just come on as a creator, because we could have a creator a creator badge for sure. So
I
one of
think so
those.
too. And I'm glad you said that because by next year, I'm vowing I'm not missing no more. Shay, if you're listening, understand that we're going next year.
Y'all got to do y'all gonna have to do a couples cosplay.
I think so. Hard. I think that'd be really hard.
That'd be hard.
That'd be tough. We'd have to figure out what to do. But yeah, Shay, we're going to drink. just understand that. Understand that. What was, I guess, some of your, and we don't have to keep going into DreamCon because I know we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But I know there's a lot of discourse, and I want your take on this, Feek, about like people or streamers that were there. You may have already got into it, but just people that were there just to shit on the people that the con is for, like anime enthusiasts, gaming enthusiasts. There was, I guess, a lot of people there that were like outsiders of the space, and that's okay. I think that's what makes DreamCon special, is it's open to everybody. You don't have to be this extremist or this enthusiast about any of this anime or gaming to enjoy DreamCon. It's for everyone. But when you have people that come in trying to get a content base, that's what it's for, content, making fun of people that are there just trying to have a good time or purposely trying to rage bait others because they're outside of this space. What was your thoughts on that? Did you experience any of that or see any of that?
No, honestly, no. I also think it's because I'll be honest. I think it's because I don't even know how to word this. I think it's because when people see me, they're like, "Oh, he a nerd," but like, I won't try him. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean.
I might pick a fight against this one, but not him.
But but for real, on the real, I didn't experience anything like that. I mean, everybody I talked to, even if they didn't know the character, they was real chill. A lot of people didn't know who I was because I was Keyfree from Witch Hat Atelier for one day. I only cosplayed one day, but I was him, and people were walking up who they were like, "Bro, I don't know that much about anime. Who are you dressed up as? You look cool." And I just chopped it up with them. So me personally, I didn't experience anything like that. I feel like if you do come into the space at the same time, you already said it, it's not solely anime or nerd culture. It's more so, well, it is nerd culture, but I feel like DreamCon is a convention for people that are in the space of creativity more so than it has to be a anime only space. It has to be a superhero only space. It has to be a gaming only space. No, it's a space for people who have creative thoughts. Now, in that same breath, there is people that go there for clips, but that's just chalk it up to what it is. It's engagement. That's all they want. It's a quick 15 minutes of fame. I mean, that stuff doesn't really bother me because I genuinely do not care enough to care if somebody's there for rage baiting, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of rage bait, we're going to go and get straight to the next topic. That's House of the Dragon Season 3.
Can I say this real quick about House of the Dragons?
Please.
Do they know this is the final season?
It's the final season?
Do they know this is the final season?
So they're not making no more after this?
Is this not the final season?
You're breaking news to me.
Let me see.
I could have sworn. I mean, I didn't know that. And by the way this show is pacing, they clearly don't know that.
Okay, never mind. Boy.
Okay.
Okay, it's not this season. It's season 4. Retract my statement. Everybody, reel everybody back in. Because, bro, I've been watching these episodes thinking it's the final season. I said, damn, they got a lot of shit to do with these last 2 episodes. Because I don't know everything. I don't know everything that happens. I didn't read the books. I've not read the books or anything like that. But I do know like a few key fights. And I said, how you going to do this in 2 episodes? So, okay. Now I feel better about the season.
Yeah.
Okay. let's continue. My bad to cut you off.
But there's been, I think, 6 episodes with episode 7 coming out tomorrow night. So because there's been a lot of content that has happened, that has been produced since the last time we recorded, we'll just kind of do a very high-level review of the season so far, any sort of moments, and what we think is going to happen towards the end. So kind of kicking it off, the Battle of the Gullet. That was some crazy shit. So those first 2 episodes were initially supposed to be attached to the end of season 2. But they just placed them had them as 1 and 2 of season 3. I see why they were supposed to be at the end of season 2, because that was like stuff when shit like that happens. That's what they were hyping up. That's what Ryan Condal and their team was saying. Like, this is what you need to be excited for. Like, stakes are mad. People are going to get slatted. If you have not watched House of the Dragon and care about spoilers, this is your time to, jump forward in the pod so you don't get spoiled. But there's a lot of deaths. First, we get off rip Jace dying.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know he was gonna die. I did not know he was gonna die.
I didn't either. Boy. When I see that shit, I was like, oh.
And it's quick. It's quick.
There's a lot of people that died here. This last one was very satisfying. We'll get into that. But Jace dying, just like you said, was so fast. And that battle, it was a lot of shit going on. Sheep Stealer finally gets claimed by Bayla. No. Is it Reyna or Bayla? Bayla is the one with Reyna. So that's the one. Yes, Reyna is the one living off the land right now in exile, who has Sheep Stealer, who is one of the biggest dragons currently at this time in Westeros right now. Very powerful. Not Vhagar powerful, but very powerful for sure. So she claims Sheep Stealer, and somehow they ride off because Reyna gets the right idea. Like, I want to help in the war. I don't want to be basically just a nanny taking care of Rhaenyra's kids, even though she promised Rhaenyra she would do that. So that creates a whole other issue of things that we see later on in the season. This is a complete change from the books because Sheep Stealer is not being written by Reyna. It's written by another character named Nettles.
Yeah.
Who they don't.
Reyna is pretty much taking that place.
Yeah, that kind of story arc. So we're seeing how that goes. I am interested to see her arc, because right now, with it, at least in her stage, like initially she was an outcast, but then somehow she got the fucking bright idea to ride out to Bayla, and now everyone's, or I don't say everyone, but people saw her because the episode before, Daemon comes to see who rode Sheep Stealer, and they see this none other than her daughter Reyna that he paid no mind to because she couldn't ride no dragons. So she's like, "You're better off being disowned." Then she sees that, and it's just like, Daemon probably was like, "Hold on, like, okay, daughter, I see nephew." He had that type of moment, but he couldn't be like, he's like, God, like, it was a lot of different
tell her
things.
You need to run, because if Sheep Stealer's sided again with a rider again, it's like, okay, well now Rhaenyra is gonna be like, oh, so Daemon lied to me, even though even on the back of her mind she already know he lying, but she kind of doesn't care anymore. Mysaria definitely know Daemon lying. So there's that's happening. Also, just because I brought up Mysaria, I want to say this about her character. She got to be the worst Masters of Whispers ever. She be putting up straight air balls, man. She need to be put on the bench. If Littlefinger and what is his name? Varys? The bald one. If Littlefinger was here, boy, they'd eat her for lunch. Oh my gosh, she's trash.
My thing is, she was on her shit is at least season 1. She was doing some shit. She was on some shit in season 1 because she was going kind of band for band with Otto because he had with his kind of his own whisper, so to speak, in season 1 and a little bit in season 2. But I don't know what the hell happened between season 2 and now. She ain't got no juice,
bro. She got an injury. It's because her and Rhaenyra her mind not in the game no more.
Exactly. That's exactly. Her
mind not in the game no more, man. She's slipping. But yeah, we saw the Battle of the Gullet. Another instance that we saw things change was when what is his name, bro? Aegon.
Yes.
He's with
Larys.
Yeah. All these Eris names. He's with Larys right now, and then they met up with old Lannister twin boy in that I don't even know the area. It's where the dragon died when Vhagar jumped her.
Duskendale? No, Rook's Rest. Because it was a Battle of Rook's Rest that happened in season 2. That's when Aemon burned down Aegon and also took out Corlys's wife and her dragon.
Which they all got the same name. Yeah. But yeah, we see that happen. That's a sidebar thing that's going on. I think one of the major things that's going on is Ormond Hightower.
Yes. What are your thoughts on Ormond?
He is sane. I knew he was a little crazy by the way he was talking and the way what is Alicent's son name?
Darren
was with him. Darren. The way Darren was reacting. I knew he was a little unhinged, but then bro, when I forgot what Darren told him, but when he started hitting the table with his sword, like screaming,
because he got the letter from Aemon that Aemon wasn't going to join
showing up, and he started screaming. I said, "Oh, you're crazy!" I said, "You are crazy,"
and that was very telling because you could tell Darren is like basically it's like a very mentally abusive relationship between him and Ormond, which is even put on further display when Gwaine comes from Cole and their campaign, which tragically is. Let's just talk about this real fast. I'm so glad that nigga Cole is dead. Fuck Cole. And I'm even more glad he did not go out the way he wanted to, because he was on essentially
on a suicide mission.
A suicide mission. And he wanted to go on in battle. He was like, Rhaenyra's on the throne. Ain't nothing for me back there. Alicent's probably, well, he don't know what's going on with Alicent at this point. He probably think she's either locked up or dead. And Aegon's dead. Aemon ran away. Like, fuck it. I'm going out like a G. And I'm taking all y'all with me.
Mm-hmm.
And Gwaine is like, you're crazy.
Even the tactics he was using for that time is like, that's not honorable tactics. Even though he like, bro, this guerrilla warfare. Like, we gonna come at this top, the dead of night and slat some of y'all and run. They doing hit and run tactics. But
on top of just like allowing his men to essentially do heinous shit, do war crimes. You go in here, we seen the scene where Gwaine was walking in their camp and the girl ran out of one of their soldiers' tents because she just got you know what. So it's just Gwaine is seeing all this. It's like, dude, you got to check these niggas. Like, this is not the way of a night. What are we on right now? And Cole is like,
I don't care.
Basically, he's like, I don't give a fuck. So,
yeah. He did have a nice monologue, though, when him and Gwaine first talked when they was in the woods. And he was talking about how pretty much he pretty much was just saying we're all going to burn beneath dragons because at the end of the day, that's going to be what lasts. So that little monologue he talked about was pretty nice. But I'm glad he gone, man. I've been
Yeah.
waiting. I've been waiting since season 1.
When that happened, I was like, thank God. I will say he had another bar where he was kind of talking his shit. When the Rivermen and the Northern Wolfsmen that came when they came down and like it burned the bridge or something like that, and Gwen was just like, nigga, like they're ahead of us. We need to go back to Duskendale and re-up with Ormond. Like, we need help. And he's like, basically goes on this whole monologue, like, ain't nothing for me back home. I'm going out like a G. He basically like, I'm that nigga, and I'm gonna die that nigga. And he did not die.
Knight.
The greatest warrior ever. And he did not go out that way.
Not at all.
So, R.I.P. Christian Cole, you will not be missed.
R.I.P. Bozo. Hey,
and then go ahead.
One thing that I thought was funny. It's funny because it was a tweet. It was either a tweet or Instagram comment with Jace's actor. I think it may have been a DM, but they showed it before where I think he DM'd Alan's actor, and he was like, "Bro, my body's not even cold yet." because we see now that Alan and Lady Bayla, they got some stuff going on now too. So I thought that was funny when it actually happened. When it finally happened, I said, "Boy, Jace,"
which is kind of crazy. This whole incest shit is just wild. Like, this is like different levels of incest because technically Alan and his brother, forgot his brother's name, but they're like Bayla and Raina's
cousins,
half uncle, because Bayla and Raina are the daughters of Damon and Corliss's daughter.
Yeah, I think Lena.
Alan and them are Corliss's bastard sons.
Yeah, so they're like they'd be like their uncle. They'd be like their grand cousins.
Either grand cousin or uncle.
Yeah. Whatever it is.
It's crazy. This whole family tree is wild.
That's what they be doing in Westeros, man. That shit wild.
But kind of going back to the Ormond plot and like the faceless men. So pretty much Ormond is trying to outsmart the Targaryens. We're trying to see that he's trying to take them out internally, because we see that with the mysterious, like, grotesque murders of the Gold Cloaks. And now Corlys and his group dying, essentially from Ormond men, because we see his knight that's with him. I forgot his name, but
he just reminds me of Link. I don't know why. He reminds me of like a Super Smash Bros. Character. Ike.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. I don't even know his name.
But
see if I can find it.
He pulls up on him in the woods after the Gold Cloaks are basically taken out, which I think that is, Ormond must have some sort of, like, I guess, ties or dealings with the Iron Bank, who is hiring these faceless men who live in the Essos, or the what's that island? It was the same island that the Iron Bank is on, and all them. They is where the faceless men are at, and they're probably using them to take out Rhaenyra and their group, because they're like, Rhaenyra owes us money. Like, where's this money at? We ain't legitimizing her. We don't recognize her as our queen. So there's that going on, and then they're kind of tying into that faceless men inner plot. We see those coins with Daeron's face on it.
Mm-hmm.
So Ormond essentially is trying to take the thrones through Daeron, and that's pretty much his own agenda. And then you got Aegon, trying to get back to King's Landing, but is giving hints that Sunfire is still alive, which I believe she is. But because you wouldn't have this whole ordeal with Aegon being sentimental with Sunfire and saying that, kind of playing with the idea of Sunfire not being dead, then showing a dead dragon in the completely next scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I think by the end of this season, Sunfire is gonna come back, and because the main reason is like Sunfire is involved in a very heavy spoiler that I'm not gonna say, but because they've been doing a lot of deviations from the book, I don't know if this is actually gonna happen. I'm still not gonna say it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But Sunfire is involved in some crazy shit that happens.
I just know one fight that I'm just ready to see, but I won't say that one either.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It involved a nigga with that one eye, boy. I'm ready to see that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a last season fight as well, and I'm just interested to see how the show ends.
Same.
Ryan Condal and George R.R. Martin have been beefing very heavily. Like George R.R. Martin is very outspoken with how much he does not like what Ryan Condal is doing with this season, really with the show, but especially with this season of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. One of those really being the kind of taking out Nettles and putting in Rhaena's character in that. And just other things as well, which George R. R. Martin religiously posts about on his Reddit. So take that what you may.
Never mind.
But next,
but never mind.
X-Men 97 Season 2.
Gas.
If you're not watching that right now, I don't know what to tell you. That is some cinema going on right now. I would say it's kind of a low, but it's like each episode is just banging on banging. This last one was kind of, I would say, not necessarily filler, but half filler. Like it didn't really push to the big plot until the end. But so
I liked it because, well, I'll go back to the episodes that we haven't discussed, which is pretty much the whole season, but I'm just gonna kind of go over some of the few ones. I'm not gonna do episode 1 with Days of Future Past or or episode 2. I think that's when they first, actually no, I am gonna say something about episode 2 because I think that's when they first introduced or brought back Polaris for real, because she's an X-Force. All I have to say is cinema. Look, I just want this to be known because we're gonna talk about some X-Men, like MCU X-Men stuff later. I just want it to be known that I said this, I believe last year, or it was very beginning of this year. I think it was last year that I said Polaris needs to be in more stuff. What do we get? Polaris and more stuff. Polaris. And I'll say this, and I'll say it again. When y'all make the MCU version of X-Men, Polaris needs to be in there. Polaris needs to be in there.
I think
everybody loves Wanda. My bad to cut you off. Everybody loves Wanda. We love Pietro. We need the other child of Magneto in there. We need Polaris.
Yeah.
But okay, back to X-Men 97.
Now so X-Men 97 first few episodes pretty much are the rise. I think the Rise of the Apocalypse storyline. So let's go ahead and get it straight.
3 and 4.
That's 3 and 4 until we see 7 or 8 and 9. Hands down, the best episodes of the season. We see a young Insabah take kind of going through his journey. The X-Men or the X-Men during this time is Magneto, Beast, Rogue, Charles
Bishop.
Xavier, Bishop, and they're back in time
Storm.
trying to Storm. No, Storm is ain't Storm with Forge in him in the future.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm tripping.
No, you good.
Tripping.
But they're trying to catch a young Apocalypse before he turns into Apocalypse. Whole time, they're the reason he turns into this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of Easter's, a lot of kind of, I'll say cameos. We see a Ramatut or Kang the Conqueror.
And I'm glad that when Xavier was talking to him, I think it was Xavier when he was talking to him.
Yep.
When he was saying, look, I got all these names. I be forgetting what I'm called sometimes.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm Kang, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
We see when he's here and essentially what is he trying to find? He's trying to find that time ship.
No, because he has his
you're right.
His seed. He was trying to
No, he was trying to find that celestial base or that celestial location, because that's where it had all the technology at, and Kang was trying to find that technology to pretty much get on. But basically, he was trying to stop Apocalypse becoming Apocalypse also. So it was two groups trying to get to that technology, or trying to essentially do the same thing, but in two different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Before
that's why he sent that damn nuke at their ass. It still didn't kill him.
It said they're trying to stop Apocalypse before Apocalypse became, and he now is, and will always be. That fight scene between him, Magneto, Charles Xavier, was crazy.
When Charles tried to get into his mind and Apocalypse said,
no.
Eyes flashed red. I said, ugh.
Yeah, I was like, that was crazy. And that Celestial, because it's not Airship.
Nah, it was
such and such the Searcher. Remember, it's the Celestial that assesses planets, and he's like, tells Apocalypse, I need you to be our agent of change.
Yeah, Eson the Searcher.
Yes.
Or Essen, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, Eson. So he's like, I need, because he go around searching for suitable planets or planets that need cleansing, that being Earth in this case. And he's like, Apocalypse, I need you to be that guy. I need you to be the roaring tides of change and cleansing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that? Like, can you dig it? Basically, Apocalypse transformed. It was like, yes. So that was just a crazy transformation.
And yeah, the transformation was crazy. And then going from that to Magneto, pretty much realizing, okay, at the end of the day, this is my fault. So sending everybody back. Charles doesn't go back, obviously. But sending everybody else back, and then trying to stop Apocalypse himself. And that scene where Apocalypse is destroying the city, pretty much he's creating a black hole. And Magneto's like, I'm the only one strong enough here to stop this black hole from destroying everything. So stopping the black hole, and then Apocalypse pulling up on him. And just that dialogue between Apocalypse and Charles Xavier, I think, is some of the best dialogue that's been in anything comic book in a while.
Yeah.
Just from talking about how you're supposed to be a teacher, but you fail to really, in his eyes, prepare everybody for these things. And I think that leads into another episode, but you fail to prepare everybody for these things. But then also, this is your best friend. So how you and me both know I'm about to kill him. So are you really about to try to lie to him? Tell him this, I'm gonna be able to save you. No, you're not. And then he kills him.
Yeah.
And I think after that, when he walks up to him, I believe Charles was also ready to go because he said that Charles said, "Look, I ain't holding back. I'm gonna call you." The only thing he didn't call was a bitch. he said, "Your mom should have." He said, "Your mom should have killed your ass."
Yeah, basically
called that nigga a monster. And then Apocalypse is heavy motherfucker stomping on the ground like you're not even worth it. Like,
yeah,
he's pretty much that line. Only a coward feels strong when stepping on ants. Kept walking.
I was like, man, because I'm like, how you gonna slap my brother and tell me I'm too bitch to be killed? Kill me. Kill me. Kill me, nigga. I'm like, that is some cold shit. And it makes me think back to when Fox tried to do X-Men Apocalypse.
Let's not think about that. I forgot that
and
Oscar
just
Isaac.
Like, because Oscar Isaac is a good actor, but I don't know what they're trying to. He's not Apocalypse. And when they do get to the point MCU when they do bring Apocalypse in, basically as like that Thanos level character for the X-Men, he needs to be that. Like we need to feel how powerful he is. Everything that this show is doing with Apocalypse, y'all need to replicate it. Like this is the Apocalypse we need when we get our MCU live action X-Men team.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to get it right. Well, there's a lot of things that they need to get right when it comes to the X-Men, but Apocalypse casting is one of them. And just Apocalypse, I would say storytelling or like basically character crafting, character building.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
They need to get that right too.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, X-Men 97 has been great. I will say I did enjoy this last episode, the latest one, because they brought in Exodus, who is an Omega level mutant. I don't like how they did him. I will say, and is it spoiler if I say what happened in the episode?
So technically, but I don't think it's lasting. Like there's no way he's too powerful for that to have.
Yeah. So spoiler: Exodus gets shot by a regular. Well, it's not a regular gun, but he got shot, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I knew it was gonna happen just because it plainly showed that it was about to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, bro, a gun on this Omega level mutant?" Because for people that don't know, Exodus, the way he's a telepath, telekinetic, excuse me. He has energy manipulation, I believe, as well. But his powers, outside of that base effect, his powers get increased the more people that believe in him. So he truly has like the power of friendship as a mutant ability. But that's why he's one of the leaders of the Acolytes, because the more people that believe in him, the stronger he is. But he is overall an Omega level mutant. So I'm just interested to see how they bring him back, if they bring him back, because this season I think ends in a few episodes. I think.
Yeah, this season I would definitely say is on a speed run, but that's okay.
Yeah,
the show is still good. As far as like pretty much the last thing is
Polaris.
Gambit being resurrected as Apocalypse's Horseman of Death. And seemingly in this last episode, there's a few things that happened. I personally believed Apocalypse, because the thing with Apocalypse's character, his body he has to hop into other bodies to kind of maintain his power. So I think he did that. I don't necessarily believe he did that in Gambit.
I don't think. Nah.
But he definitely did that with somebody, which is why you see that old husk of him on there. There's another theories where maybe they think Gambit was too powerful for Apocalypse and killed him. I don't see that happening either, because I think the way they want to end this season, if they really want to perma kill Apocalypse, is they're going to honor that prophecy where essentially Cable has to be the one to kill Apocalypse. So I think they're going to do that. But until they do that or some form of that where it's Cable and friends, I don't see Apocalypse going anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, last thing, I just thought about it because in the last episode when they were showing Genosha, the massacre, can I say this about Ileana Magic? That's what I love her character. How do you have Magic in this preview, right? Whose ability is teleportation and opening portals and going to limbo and all that. How do you have her ability be that, but she get hit by that energy blast? Tell me that, Marvel. Of all things, you could have did something off guard. You could have did the Sentinel do some stuff like how I did with Gambit, with the tentacle. You have Ileana look directly at the Sentinel, say, "Damn, this energy blast is coming at me very slowly. Let me not portal and look.
Like,
let me look
I
back
don't
at Colossus."
Yeah, like it's
say,
gonna be all right.
She did that damn Superman. That
yeah.
Like, what are we doing, bro?
That kind of threw me off too.
That is the only thing for the episode. I was like, all right, bro. I said, let's see how this goes.
I guess they needed a reason to put Colossus on the acolytes. But keeping it in the Marvel realm, to have a very serious conversation about Marvel's recent activities as far as cancellations and marketing of certain characters of a certain ethical background that is starting to get very telling, and I think deserves conversation and uproar about it. So this is coming off the news of Wonder Man Season 2 being canceled. Yahya Abdul-Mateen posted something about it on his Instagram. Remember saying, I'm paraphrasing, but it sucks, but he enjoyed what the show did, making the show, and how many, how it really impacted a lot of people, and it's loved. People watched it.
And it got Emmy nominations.
Yes.
It got Emmy nominations. It's one of the best rated Marvel projects, not gonna say just TV projects. And it had Emmy nominations. None of your shows be having Emmy nominations, except for, I don't even know if Loki had one. Loki may have.
Maybe one. But
yeah. But this
Wonder Man 2. Go ahead.
This was a show that was made with one love, and then also respecting the art, and the fact that it was all about actors finding roles. I would say that's the main plot, or one of the main plots. Actors finding roles, being comfortable with the sales, art, building that out. Having that, and then saying, you know what, this stuff was very successful. Get rid of it. That is a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face, one, because not only the nominations, but also the people behind it. You had Yahya Abdul. You have Destin Daniel. I always mess up his last Credden.
Destin Daniel Credden.
Who did, we already know Shang-Chi. He did Wonder Man. And he did, what movie is out right now that's being played that just had the biggest, not even biggest opening weekend, biggest preview weekend, Thursday of all time? Or at least the biggest since Endgame. Spider-Man, he did that too. And you gonna say, nah, let's get rid of it. Y'all are smoking something, and it ain't good.
Yeah. So just to list a few of the recent cancelings of certain Black characters, and just like other things that have been pointed out by the community that are just very glaring. Blade being canceled, pretty much confirmed by Mahershala Ali. Armor Wars being canceled, that got canceled a few years ago. Ironheart not having any sort of promotion and marketing until like a month before the show came out.
I say a few weeks.
And she's MIA. Captain America 4, that just had like a lot going against it. And y'all, if y'all want to hear our thoughts on the Captain America 4 movie, we did do a review on that on the channel. Monica Rambeau basically being MIA since the Marvels. We haven't seen her since then. We know she's in the X-Men universe, which I guess I could see Marvel having some hand-wavy explanation as to why she hasn't been seen since then, is because she's trapped in another universe, but still. And I guess this is my first time hearing about this, but Moon Girl being canceled. I think that was a show, like a Disney Plus show that they had for the Moon Girl character. But it is a lot of telling things. Do I think Marvel is racist? No. But do I think Marvel cares about their black characters? No, I don't think they do. There's a lot of things I don't think Marvel really cares about nor has faith in. One of those being just their women-led characters and black characters as a whole.
But you know who they do got faith in? Peggy Carter. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
They love Captain Carter though. They gonna threaten us with her every instance they got, boy. Every instance they got, they gonna force feed that character down our throats. Oh my goodness.
Is more than likely at least Peggy Carter, maybe not the Captain Carter persona, but Peggy Carter is gonna be in Doomsday
threatening us, bro. I hope it's just Peggy. Peggy, I like Peggy. Peggy cool. Yeah. Captain Carter, the way they write her is terrible, boy. That shit ass.
I just go back to Blade taking 7 years to get out of production purgatory just for it to be canceled, and Mahershala Ali to not do the role anymore. And I feel like we'll get to this when we get into our San Diego Comic-Con announcements and our Like a Little Redacted, but I don't understand how you expect me to have faith in Marvel making I guess it's already made now if it's coming out next year or in 2 years, but I don't know how you expect me to have faith in them making a good Ghost Rider movie when it took them 7 years to try to make a Blade movie, when they had the blueprint in Wesley Snipes' Blade movie in the first one. We've said it on this show, and I know I've seen the same sort of consensus where it's just like no one would have had any issues if you just redid the first one with Mahershala Ali in it. And I read some things where I guess Mahershala Ali and Marvel was at a crossroads because Mahershala Ali had a different idea for the movie. He wanted to take it back. He wanted it to be more central or contained, take it back in the early 1900s, like the 1920s, with ties to like slavery back in the day. And basically, I think he was trying to make like a Sinners movie, which Sinners, the original plot for that is a thrown away Blade script that Ryan Coogler took and retooled for Sinners. So you mean to tell me Ryan Coogler can make Sinners one of the greatest movies we've seen probably definitely in this 2020 decade? But we can't make a fucking Blade movie? And you expect me to believe we just popped this Ghost Rider shit that's gonna be good? I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I think the main problem with Marvel is, I'll say this, Kevin Feige. That motherfucker, you should have known he's the problem a long time ago. He's the way I see it, it really showed itself when it came to She-Hulk. She-Hulk came out during a time one, when it was the whole, it's not as much now. When it was a whole, we hate everything superheroes. It came out during that time, which was unfortunate. She-Hulk as a whole ain't bad. It ain't the best, but it's serviceable.
Yeah.
But it really threw it off was that final episode when it broke the fourth wall, and it was like, yeah, I'm Kevin, and I was like, I said, you're us. I said, you're a word, bro. You're a word.
Yeah.
And then he really doesn't. I'll be honest, he doesn't need to be the head of Marvel, bro. He does not need to be the head of Marvel. Outside of everything is granted, there's a lot of positives. I still like Marvel, but I'm talking about this issue right now. He is past his time, bro. Laser, put up the shoes. We need somebody else in that chair. Honestly, if I had my way, Destin Daniel, I already said it. He'd have the keys of Marvel.
Yeah.
Him and honestly, probably Jake. Who's the Thunderbolts director? Jake Schreier. I don't know how to pronounce his name. They'd be 1 and 2, boy. They'd be 1 and 2.
I do think now I'm not ready to necessarily say Kevin Feige needs to go because I think it's bigger than just a Marvel issue. I think it's a Disney issue in the mouse.
But at the end of the day, when it comes to these decisions, when they go to Disney, unless I just don't know how the organization works, granted I don't, but in my mind, when it comes to these final decisions, Kevin is in the room.
He's in the room, but Mickey Mouse has the final say.
But I'm saying he in the room, but the way these things are playing out, he can't be fighting for this stuff then. He can't be saying, yeah, we gotta have it. Doing that. He's just sitting there doing that dumb blank face. Like,
now, Kevin Feige did come out after basically Blade got canceled and just was saying essentially how disappointed he was in himself and in the team for just not getting this done. And
it sounds good.
Like, yeah, you should feel like a loser for overcomplicating a vampire movie. You're like, the blueprint is there. You have I don't understand how we have 3 Blade movies, a Blade TV show, and I don't think it's happening no more, but we were about to get a Blade video game. I was
about to say, I think that got canceled too. I forgot the name of the studio, but I think they I'll find the name of the studio later, but I think their studio got shut down too.
Wasn't it Arcane? Or no?
It may have been Arcane. Let me just look it up right now. But yeah, I know that Blade game is canceled.
Yeah, it is it's just disappointing because I know we've been talking a lot about Blade because that and Wonder Man are the 2 recent news. I don't think Wonder Man is going anywhere. Like, we're still gonna see him, especially now that they've reclassified him as a mutant and they're trying to get in their mutant bag after Doomsday and Secret Wars. We're gonna see Yahya Abdul.
Yeah, we're gonna see Yahya. We're gonna see Miss Marvel. I know she's not black, but I'm just saying mutants right now.
Yeah,
we're gonna see Miss Marvel and all these other mutants.
Even I'm sure, or maybe because I was gonna say Monica Rambeau. They could just kind of because I know there's been episodes. Say she got like
Power Cosmic or something, probably.
Yeah, but I know there's been episodes with in the X-Men 97 series where Rogue and at least Captain Marvel have had their beefs, their strifes. You know what I'm saying? Like Rogue, or I think it's the other way around. Like Rogue gets some of her powers from Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel. I can see them if they do, once they introduce Rogue, wherever that is, I can see them maybe having like some ties with Monica, and she's kind of like the new Captain Marvel, because I don't know, is Brie Larson's Captain Marvel in Doomsday? Was she on that chair?
I don't think none of the Marvels is on there. Which I guess I haven't thought about that, but just to wrap up the thing, the stuff with Marvel and Black characters, I think Marvel does stuff well, but they also do stuff bad, and this is something that I believe that they do bad. And it's unfortunate because they have so many Black characters that are key to everything. Storm is the biggest, one of the biggest, not just women comic book characters, one of the biggest Marvel characters. She is essential to, let's talk about money. She's essential to the Marvel IP.
Yeah.
She's as essential as Spider-Man, Hulk, and Wolverine. And if you don't think that, you don't know Marvel and you don't know comic books. She is essential as those three.
She's as essential as the elements herself that she controls. Like,
exactly.
She's
there, and there's more characters. That. There's Luke Cage. We have Black Panther, Blue Marvel, more Miles Morales, all these other characters. But the way that they do these characters, they're so afraid to just make something.
And the reason why I think it's bigger than, it's a Disney issue, because they have the same problem in Star Wars. I go back to Obi-Wan when they had the main, at least they portrayed her as like the main kind of antagonist to Obi-Wan, because I just hated how they portrayed her as this angry Black woman, because they didn't give her this was a new character that they didn't give any context as to why she had so much heat for Obi-Wan until the very end, when at that point her character was quote unquote irredeemable in a lot of Star Wars fans' eyes, or at least the unsensible ones. And I hated that. I tried to give her a chance, and I did. By the time at the end of the show, I'm just like, I wish they would have had this sort of context before, so I can follow her more, and then just be like, why is she just so hot? Or
I know what you mean, bro. You don't got.
Why is she so angry at this nigga? Why is she so angry at this man?
Yeah, it's just all in all, Marvel, get your shit together. Get some writers in the room. Give the keys to Destin Daniel. And stop BSing, bro. Before I have to intervene.
But with that being said, we're gonna get into our like it, love it, redacted for the pod. Really, the bulk of these being our San Diego Comic-Con announcements that we can do a quick dialogue on. So the first one being Black Panther 3 coming out December 18th, 2028. At this, they also revealed the new T'Challa Black Panther being David Johnson.
Mm-hmm. He is playing the
beating
son
out.
Yeah, he's playing the son of T'Challa, who's also, his name is T'Challa. So for people to say, oh, he's the new first, no, he's the son of him. He's his son.
Yeah, beating out seemingly Damson Idris. I think I've seen reports where it was pretty much down to the wire between them two. I personally believe Marvel and Ryan Coogler were like very close to, or they probably were in talks of like Damson Idris having.
No, Ryan Coogler came out and said, did you see what he talked about?
I did.
He came out and, Kevin Feige talked about it. He said they knew David Johnson was going to be it. It was months ago. I think it was like almost whenever The Long Walk came out, a little bit after that movie, Kevin Feige came out and said Ryan called him and was like, I know who's going to be the next Black Panther. And he was like, I'm going to go meet him soon. And so they had a private meeting, David and Ryan. They talked about it. And I think they had another meeting, I think with Kevin Feige, if I'm not mistaken. But it's been at least 6 months that he's known, like, oh yeah, David Johnson is going to be Black Panther. Ryan Coogler came out and said pretty much. But I also think Damson Idris, I think he was a candidate for it, but I also think he didn't go with it or they didn't pick him because he's in that other movie that's coming out. I forgot the name of it.
It's like
I
a
didn't watch the
Child of
trailer.
Blood and Bone or something like that.
Yeah, I know it's a book. I believe it's based off a book, but
yeah,
I still need to watch the trailer. So, but David Johnson's the new Black Panther. I made a video about it, and I'll say it again. If you haven't seen him in The Long Walk, if you haven't seen him in Alien Romulus, if you haven't seen him, I just watched this movie. I got put on. Somebody told me about it. I just got put on this movie. It's called Rye Lane. I've seen like the cover for it. I've never watched it, but it's a rom-com. They're based in England, UK. I don't know, ship cheerio. They're based in that area, London. It's really good. I can't lie. It's a quick watch. It's like an hour 30 minutes maybe.
Oh, that is nothing.
It's really good. It's on Hulu. His acting on there was great. So I mean, I'm excited for it. I think he's gonna kill it.
That'll be good. Yeah, I'm excited for David Johnson. I really loved his performance in Alien Romulus and Long Walk. I have not seen Rylene, but yeah, I'm excited. Someone made we love this. We love this more so. Seen a tweet where someone was like, "Man, David Johnson's the same size as Letitia Wright. Letitia Wright, she gonna whoop his ass. Like that ain't none Marvel can't fix with some muscle padding and."
I said, bro, all you gotta do is change the angle.
Exactly. They gonna look 6'2".
People forget that Tom Cruise like 5'1".
Exactly. Sliding over cars.
Miniman. But the other dude from San Diego Comic Con, we got Ghost Rider announced. So Ghost Rider also coming out, supposed to be coming out in 2028 in July. Ryan Gosling is going to be Ghost Rider. He's the new Ghost Rider. They haven't announced which Ghost Rider he's going to be, but I mean, he's got really two options. So he ain't gonna be Robbie Reyes.
He's not Robbie Reyes. We know that.
So he has two options. And then Sean Levy is directing. So
how do you feel about that?
I was gonna say I believe we both like that Ryan Gosling's Ghost Rider. I was like, that's a great casting. I've seen some people say Keanu Reeves should have got it. I know how you feel about Keanu, so I'm not even gonna ask. But I think Ryan Gosling is the better choice. The Sean Levy.
Me too.
One, oh man. I think my mind is just like, there's certain directors where you know that they're gonna, like, their movie's gonna be out the park, right? Sean Levy's not on that list for me. Sean Levy has some good movies. Sean Levy has some excellent. Oh, let me not say it. Sean Levy has some movies that aren't my taste at all. So I'm concerned, or I should say, I really want to know which Sean Levy we're getting for this.
I think so. I guess my thing is, I fuck with Sean Levy. At least the movies I've seen. I'm like, I don't understand the Sean Levy hate. Like, what movies has he made that is bad? That everyone's like, whoa. Sean Levy.
I think it's more so like, if Sean, let's say it's not a Marvel movie. Sean Levy made a movie. Are you saying, bro, I gotta go see that Sean Levy movie, bro? Are you waking up saying that?
Why does that matter, though?
It don't, but it's just a feeling. It like,
where this is manufactured hate. That's what I'm saying. And you want the crazy thing is, because I'm like, I'm not saying, we understand Sean Levy is not a Christopher Nolan, a Ryan Coogler, a Spielberg. He's not that. But he ain't fucking Taika Waititi. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we talking
man.
about? So I'm okay with the Sean Levy movies, and plus, he's not gonna ruffle no feathers, especially in Marvel. It's well in Disney as a whole. He's already making with Ryan Gosling starring in the movie that Star Wars Starfighter movie that's coming out in 2027, and I think that's really where Marvel got the ideas from, or at least got the instinct to like, hey, this nigga already in house in terms of Ryan Gosling. Sean Levy, he's made some hits for us, with the Deadpool movies, and he's already on this Star Wars movie, which I guess I've heard it's been, or it has to be like reportedly, like things are going well. Like this is gonna be a good movie. We shall see about that, but they're just like this. He's already in house.
Look, all I ask for is that when it comes, because it's a Marvel movie, so there's gonna be comedy in it. Just don't do that forced comedy, bro. We've had a string of where a lot of the recent projects have not had that forced comedy. I feel like if I get that now, it's gonna hit me like a truck, and I'll be like, "What am I watching?" So please don't do that forced comedy in there, bro.
I think because this movie is coming out 2028 in July. So I believe after the X-Men movie, or is it before? Which also
they haven't released. I don't think they announced when X-Men is supposed to, like the actual month.
Yeah,
we just know that Jake, Thunderbolt's director, is directing it.
And I think that's coming out in 2028 too. Those are supposed to be like the three big movies post Secret Wars. But the reason why I say redact this movie is because it's what I said earlier. I'm like, you cannot expect me to get behind a Ghost Rider movie. I don't care who's in it or directing it. After the teeth pulling y'all just try to do with Blade. Because my take on Marvel is they have no faith and they don't know what they're doing when it comes to their mystical characters. And their prime example of that is Doctor Strange. And I think you know I've said this on the show multiple times, but
where is he at, bro?
Do not know they don't care about magic. They don't have the slightest interest about magic characters.
That's why they can't do the Midnight Suns.
That's why they can't do Blade. That's why I don't know if they know what they're doing with Ghost Rider. You have Ironheart fighting Mephisto. You put Mephisto in the Ironheart show knowing how poorly marketed that was.
And knowing how important Mephisto is. Not only to everything. Especially how important he is to the main villain you about to introduce in December in this movie.
Yeah.
In Doctor Doom. For people that don't know, Mephisto got Doom mom.
Yeah. And I think at this point, mom and I think what they're doing, because I think what they're doing with this movie is Doom's wife and child are killed because of an incursion that I think Steve Rogers caused when he went back in time to return all the stones, but he stayed back in time to have a life with Peggy. I think that's going to be Doom's driving reasoning for what he's doing. Like, nigga, you took my wife and child out. And I think that because they show like a beautiful tapestry of Doom walking up there, and it was a mother holding a child. And I think those are supposed to represent him in the world he comes from, which I think, because now my other question is, if that's true, and if this Doom is from the Fantastic Four universe, does that mean their world dies too? Or it's probably dying. Maybe it's dying, and we'll see how they do this incursion. But we see in the trailer, there's like two planetary bodies of mass exploding in the sky in Charles Xavier's school.
Mhm.
So maybe that's one of the first incursions. And that might be, I don't know, I'm going to just throw a universe out there. That might be like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man universe and the Fantastic Four A18 or 828 universe. And the Fantastic Four just escaped out there, and Doom's like, what the fuck? And or maybe he finds out because he finds out the reasonings or the cause behind it. He's like, oh no, I'm finna get this nigga. I'm finna get you. Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky.
Bro, I just imagine you too, like, bro, what the fuck?
Like, nigga, you just took out my wife and child. I'm finna go scorched earth.
Oh, bro. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
But, I don't know. That's a theory I have. Kind of going back to, kind of got off topic there, but going into the next San Diego Comic-Con announcements, I think there was just like a lot of, I don't know, what was the other big announcement? I think there were just, there wasn't really a DC one. There was a lot of trailers. There was a new Clayface trailer, a new Lanterns trailer for the show where they kind of talk more about that, pretty much what's going on in that series, with the main villains being the Manhunters in that show. And the Manhunters are pretty much a race that were made by the Guardians of the Universe before they introduced the Lantern Corps as like their planetary police force. But they got two, I guess to make a long story short, they got too extreme, essentially. They're like, in order to keep the universe safe, because human beings or planetary beings or life beings are inherently gonna make mistakes because of emotion. In order to eliminate emotion, you gotta eliminate all living life. So they just going around taking out planets, and they found themselves on Earth. And Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart are the ones that got to stop them. And we see another scene with Sinestro, who's currently still in jail at this point. I think this is before the Sinestro Corps is introduced at this point, because in the show, I think it's, chronologically speaking, 10 years before the events of Man of Tomorrow. So, I'm excited for the show. I've heard that it's like really good. I know we'll be talking about it once it finally airs. What are your thoughts on just the that new Lanterns trailer? What you seen or heard about the movie? Things like that.
I'm excited for the show. I'll be honest, I did not watch the Lanterns trailer, the Clayface trailer, because I was gonna do a reaction to it, so I haven't watched them. But I only watched like the first 3 seconds. I was like, let me react to it. So I haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited for him. When it comes to this comic book stuff, man, I'm gonna be excited until I watch it and I deem I shouldn't be excited anymore.
That's some real shit. That's some real shit. But yeah, and then those are pretty much all the big San Diego Comic-Con announcements.
Yeah. I guess one other announcement, I forgot to bring it up when we were talking about X-Men and everything, is that casting news. So Samara Weaving is going to be playing Emma Frost in the upcoming X-Men movie. So when they finally reboot the X-Men universe and everything, Samara Weaving will be playing Emma Frost. So I guess, and for people that don't know, Samara Weaving is the lead actress for most recent role will be Ready or Not and Ready or Not 2.
I have not seen those movies, so I can't really have an honest assessment of if I like, love, or that. I'll say like. At least we know we're getting Emma Frost. I feel like a lot of Emma Frost fans are pretty disappointed with what they're doing or not doing with the character in 97 right now. Kind of relegating her for Polaris, which depending on what side of the line you're on in that sense, you either really love it or really hate it. But
well,
I'll say I like it.
Yeah, I'll say like, and then we know this is gonna be like younger X-Men. I'll just say younger mutants in general. So I like that. Shamara Weaving's playing Emma Frost. And then for people that don't know, just a very, very, very quick overview of Emma Frost. She's a mutant. She's on pretty much, if not Omega level, she's damn near Omega level telepath. She technically has two, I guess you could say, mutations or powers. One is the telepath abilities. The other one is pretty much she creates her body into a diamond. It's not a diamond per se, but we're just gonna say diamond for right now.
Yeah.
And she's at times very early on, I guess you could say, opposite of the X-Men. But then that strictly changes because she's part of what's called the Hellfire Club, and they're pretty much, you could say, in real life, a group in the shadows that runs money of the world. And she joined that
elitist.
Exactly. So she joined that group early on because she discovered a subplot of somebody about to assassinate someone else in the group. So that's how she was able to get a seat there. But then when it comes to X-Men, mutants, all that, she's over the Hellfire Club, kind of redoes it for mutants. And then from there, she does a lot of funding for Genosha, then Krakoa. Well, Krakoa, yeah. I don't think it was Genosha. Yeah. She does a lot of funding for Krakoa. And then when they get further on, they're all aging up. They start having the Hellfire Gala, which is just, you could think of it as, I don't know, what's the shit all these actresses and famous people go to now? Where they be dressing up? My mind went blank.
Oh, Met Gala?
Yeah. It's the Met Gala, but for superheroes. But they be inviting villains too sometimes. So like Dr. Doom been to the Hellfire Gala. It's crazy because Dr. Doom was there. The Fantastic Four was there. They brought some other people. Captain America was there. We know how Captain America is with mutants, but
if you ain't Wolverine, get the fuck out of my face.
But yeah, she's a very key staple in X-Men, to say the least. So I'm excited for it. She's a good actress. I liked her in Ready or Not, and Ready or Not 2. I watched those probably like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So
yeah,
I'm excited for it. Just got to see who they cast as Cyclops, and hopefully,
yeah, I think that's another important casting. They got to get, I would say, the main five right. And Cyclops, Jean Grey,
Storm,
Beast, Storm.
One. Whoever they cast,
gotta be
Storm
right.
is people. It's gonna be, obviously it's always two sides, but it's gonna be a crazy day when they announce that one. It's gonna be a crazy day. I'll say that.
Charles Xavier and Magneto, I think, are the other two. I think that might be 6, honestly, but still.
And the last thing I'll say, the very last thing I'll say is, we know they're doing X-Men Evolution. That's all I have to say, because the cast is gonna be young, so they doing that X-Men Evolution style. I win. all I ask, Marvel, all I ask is when you do this movie. Actually, I'm not asking Marvel. I'm talking to you, Jake. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I'm not gonna butcher it. Jake, when you do this casting, I know you're gonna do it X-Men Evolution style. Bring Spike back. He was an original character for X-Men Evolution. Bring him into the MCU so we have another black character, please.
I don't know.
That's all I have to say.
But with that being said, it's time to get into our infamous bag. Please drop the music.
I don't remember what button it is.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag. Bag, bitch. I just made a.
He said that muscle memory kicked in.
I said, where is it?
All right, so for my get in our bag question is out of the, since we have a lot of, I feel like we've done this already, but for the sake of it, because Blade is canceled, Feek, I would love to hear your pitch for a Blade movie in the MCU. How would you introduce him? What would he? What stage would it be? Even casting, if you have those answers. What would your pitch for a Blade movie be?
My pitch for a Blade movie. I would.
Marvel is listening right now.
Since we've already put it off this long, I would wait till after the reboot of everything. I would have Blade be introduced at the end of Ghost Rider. And the way it would work in my mind is Ghost Rider has a run-in with some vampire. I don't want to say Dracula because Dracula's a cop-out. But he has a run-in with vampires or something to that effect, or a victim of vampires. And then you get introduced to Blade from there. Casting wise, sheesh. If not Mahershala Ali, then I can't think of anybody right now. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody. But I would make sure it's done after the events of whatever happens in Ghost Rider. And then hopefully as well, the X-Men movie is before then. If not, potentially Magic would need to be an X-Men. So you can kind of form the Midnight Suns. Or at least Wolverine.
Okay.
Something to that effect. But casting-wise, I wouldn't know who to cast at this moment.
Yeah. Because for me, I would say, in terms of casting, like a Eldest Hodge.
That'd be good.
I think he'd be really good Blade. Even I was about to say John David Washington. I'm like, I don't know about him. Maybe not Blade. That'd be crazy if they did Michael B. Jordan. Like, he was so good at Sinners.
They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. Eldest Hodge could work.
I could also see them doing like a young, because if they wanted to do Blade for a longer period of time, or at least have an actor. Because by that time, Eldest Hodge gonna be past 40. He's 39 right now. But yeah, I'm not sure who would be. That's not him. He'll just bring Wesley Snipes back.
Bring
Wesley Snipes back.
There's only one Blade.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. For me, I would, in order what I would do to introduce a Blade, I mean, I think for me, the easiest thing is just to redo the first one. Like, especially now. Because I agree, they don't need to touch Blade until like 2029. It need to be after,
bro. It need to be
like 2030.
It would have to be after all this.
Yeah, I don't want to see no more Blade shit until after 2030. But yeah, you can. I don't know if they are gonna introduce him in. I wouldn't have him come in at the end of Ghost Rider movie. I just would have a Blade movie because they tried that shit in Eternals. And
I was gonna bring it up earlier when we was talking about it. I have another rant to go on, but I don't want to do it on this episode.
But yeah, just have a Blade movie.
I know they could cast.
Go ahead.
Trevante Rhodes.
Oh yeah, because he was the one in. He was in that Moonlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he'd be a really good Blade. Imagine if they cast Ashton Sanders his Blade. For those who don't know who Ashton Sanders is, if you watch the Wu-Tang American Saga series, he was the RZA. And his portrayal of the RZA was it was an interesting one, I'll say that.
Nah, bro, they're gonna cast Tyler Williams. Everybody hates Blade. Oh man.
But yeah, I'll say just basic, just like so many things they could pull from. Like, 'cause I would essentially say you have the same sort of feel as the first Blade, but it's in the old deep South, like Sinners. So you have it in the past. Where is this?
I wouldn't have it in the past, bro. I'd have I'd have that bit present day is redone exactly how the first one is. You update, bro. Everybody got iPhones now, bro. It's not. I tell you, you
just clean up the editing.
I tell you, it's not that hard to make this movie. It's that
really
hard,
not.
Bro.
It's not.
Drop that motherfucker in any major. Drop that nigga in Miami, Detroit, like in Chicago, New York, Houston, LA. Drop them there. You got a vampire infestation. Go from there.
Yeah. Blade, you got to take them out.
It's modern day. And it ends with you don't even got to introduce somebody. You can end it with him looking at a TV and it's the news about something that happened in another movie. He looks at the TV. It's a police report. Bodies were found burned to a crisp with tire marks leading away. We know that's Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Boom, the movie done.
But that being said, we're going to go into our final segment, a redacted rule for the pod. Thank you guys again for tuning in with us. Again, 100 subscribers. We going to get that, but we need your help to get there. And my redacted rule for the day is to, be courteous. Be courteous of others. Be mindful. Never know what someone may be going through or how they may take something that you say. So just be mindful of others. Courteous.
My redacted rule is be positive. That's all I got, man. Be positive. Do the affirmations, pray, just be positive, and positive things will eventually, if not immediately, start happening.
Yes, sir. With that being said, it's been your boy Dana Dane.
Been your boy Wafiq.
And we out.
Peace.
Lot of paper pre-cut, Chris make juice, it'll drop like Shane came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a main. Charcoal's white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic called making Alfredo. I put a bag on a whole my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Drunk in my soup, I believe it was Mako. Got my Soviet clutching the tray.